Good morning, Mandal. Ajad.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Okay. Yesterday I was solving a problem in which the boiler pressure is given as 15 bar and the initial quality of the steam is dry saturated, means X is equal to or X1 is equal to 1. And for that you have calculated the Carnot efficiency. And what is the value you have got, sir? It is around 25.98 issued around. Please recheck and tell me the correct value. Not exactly 25 point, okay. It should be around 25.98 or something else. It should come around 25.9. Nine or 97 something. So far only, how many people have attended so far? Only 68 people have attended. Okay. And sir, you do recalculation and tell me what is the exact value of a Carnot cycle efficiency. And present your value through chart 342, 301. Yeah. 306 Venkatesh, 309, 310, 313. Okay. 308 Nayak. Yes, around 26%. A response from 347. Nice. Yes, sir. 25.97 or 26. Nice, sir. I would like to have a response from other people also. Please be active. Please be active, sir. And let us solve this problem using molar chart or HS diagram. Let us have this using molar chart. And second method is, this is the method one, sir. And other method is steam tables. And before that, yes, sir. Let us draw the HS diagram here. Okay. And let us have this molar diagram. This is the HS diagram. And I'm going to have the page difference. Sir, here we will be having two pressures. One is boiler pressure, is a constant pressure, and other is condenser pressure. This is equals to P1 is equals to P4. This is called boiler pressure, and this is P2 is equals to P3. This is the condenser pressure. And now we'll have a different color to show this. Whether you're able to see or not. Okay, okay. This will go. Now, let us draw the corresponding HS diagram. 1 to 2. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4. So 4, 1. This is the boiler. This is the turbine. This is the condenser. This is the pump. So in model chart, you have to draw this, and please note down this is equals to S1 is equals to S2. This is the point you have to keep in mind. S1 is equal to S2. Even though we have got 4 points 1, 2, 3, 4 on this molar diagram, we are going to draw only this part only in our regular practice. We are going to draw these two lines only, because our formula is having H1 minus, yes sir, this should be like this, H1 minus H2 divided by H1 minus HF2. This is the formula. HF2 anyhow you are going to get from the steam tables, and you have to get the H1 value and H2 value. So H1, H2, and whatever this value you are going to get, that is equals to H1, the corresponding value on this one, and this is going to be H2, H1 and H2, these two values. And if you draw this line 1 to 2, that is sufficient. Identification of state 1 and identification of state 2. There you can have what is the H1 and what is the H2. HF2 you can get from your steam tables. So with that, okay, our purpose is going to be served, and no need to draw remaining parts. Okay, and now we'll go with this diagram, molar diagram. Yes, first of all, in case of our molar diagram, okay. And now I would like to know, so how we are going to identify all these things, and let us check it. Let us this is the HS diagram. So this is the overall diagram, sir. And here I'm going to draw this working diagram. What is this? X is equal to 1. Yes, sir. This is equal to X is equal to 1. So first of all, how to identify the state 1? For this, you draw P1. Once again, the pressure levels are between boiler pressure and a condenser pressure. Yes, if it is a turbine T, yes, sir, then a turbine T, boiler pressure is available here, and it will be expanded to condenser pressure. So the turbine operates between boiler pressure and condenser pressure. First of all, let us have the P1. What is the P1, sir? 15 bar. Of course, P2 is also given. What is P2, sir? 0.4 bar. Okay. And now let us see. I'm drawing a okay, constant pressure line 15 bar. Yes, sir. This is the P1 is equals to 15 bar. Okay, I will erase it. Okay, this is P1 is equals to 15 bar. And sir, to identify the state one, what are the state conditions? 50 P1 is equals to 15 bar and X1 is equal to 1. Their intersection. This is the P1 is equal to 15 bar and this is equal to X is equal to 1. Their intersection is going to be our required point and named as 1. And you draw the horizontal line and whatever the value you can get, that is equals to H1 and whatever is. Okay, try to find what is the H1 from your string tables. Sorry, Mollier chart. So you got this point, sir? Yes, I have taken this P1 15 bar line and also X is equals to 1, their intersection, and we will go to the corresponding document. Okay. Yes, and here also, let us see this. Where you have got the 15 bar. Yes, sir. Now this is the 15 bar line. I'm highlighting this. Yes, sir. I'm highlighting this 15 bar line. And now this is the intersection point. Okay, let us go. And you are aware that this is X is equals to 1. Their intersection point. This is the point. I'm encircling it. If you're able to see, or otherwise, okay, I'll keep some more width. Okay, okay. This is the point I have to get it. And from this, you have to draw the horizontal line. Yes, sir. Mostly you have to go like this. I'm not getting the exact line, sir, because okay, and accordingly, you have to draw this line. Draw the line here. Intersection of this one. Not exactly. This is the point where you have to supposed to start. Okay. This is the point, sir. Sorry to say, this is not the point. Yes. This is the point I was supposed to show. This is the point. And okay, I'll round it. This is the point. This is called as 1. Okay, are you able to see this point? That is Okay, and now from this you draw horizontal line to identify this one. Yes, sir. I'm going to have this one. Okay, and the only problem is I have to unzoom it and continue. Mostly it will come up here. It will come out like this. You have to use scales, huh? Okay, and it is going to be around 2790, I think. Very good. Most of the people. And here, my one more small request to all. At the time you are going to get this value, it is 2790 or something else. Some people may get a 2780 also. Don't worry, sir. You proceed with your problem. You please proceed with your okay value, whether it is a 2790 or 2780. But if you take a lower value, this time next time also you take the lower value. If you take upper value, next time also you try to take upper value only. This may be around 27, okay, 90. There is a value already. Some people 325 has given 2780 and 326 has given 2790. We'll proceed with 2790. So we'll always get such type of confusion. Okay, it may come around between. Yes, here I'm going to make it. Yes. If at all any line comes in between these two, suppose if you got line like this. Okay, sir, which value how to read? Bottom one or upper one? If you take any one value, you can take any value, either upper one or bottom one. But whenever it is one, and if second time if you get the second point here, if you take lower value for H1, here also you have to take the lower value for H2. If you take upper value for H1, you have to take the upper value for H2. Then the difference won't be okay. How much change? You are not supposed to take upper value for one set of readings and a lower value for the other set of values. It is always better to take them either upper both the H1 and H2 or lower one for the both the H1 and H2 that you practice it, sir. Yes. And yes, sir, we have to follow a single value. Let us start with follow with 2790 for the time being, sir. Yes, sir. Uh, Sir, I think one or two people are giving only values. And 313, please respond through your chart. After some time, I may ask you people to on your video and show your notes. Please, 313, please respond. Show me your value. Even the classroom also is not so easy to show these values. Okay, I used to come to you people, okay, to your desk and I will check whether you are able to pinpoint the correct point or not. Here you check it, sir. Yes. In this way you have to go with. And what is the next procedure? And now we'll go with. Now I'm going to record. Yes, sir. Here I'm going to record what is the H1, sir. H1 is equal to H1 is equal to what is that value, sir? 2790. Sir, every time you write down these units, kilojoule per kg. I may miss, but you have to follow. There is a point you have to take care. And now, what is the next one, sir? This process. Yes, sir. Here, how the process 1 to 2. You can check it, sir. Process 1 to 2, you can observe, is a isentropic line. So, what do you mean by isentropic? This is the entropy axis. Sir, this is the entropy axis. So we have to draw the perpendicular line. So once again, you draw the isometric line perpendicular to this axis. For that, I'm going to show with a different color. Okay. And I will go with some yellow or let us check whether I'm able to bright or not. Yes, sir. I'm going to draw isometric line, which is a straight line. Yes, sir. This is the isometric line I'm going to have. Okay. And now you are aware that, sir, okay, this is the point. Now, what is the next step, sir? Simply you have drawn isometric line from, okay, simply you have drawn isometric line from state 1 to perpendicular to this s-axis. And now let us draw the P2. Let us identify the P2. Yes, sir. Here I'm going to make this. Yes. Now I'm going to have this is the P2 and P2 is equals to 0.4 bar. Okay. So P2 is equals to 0.4 bar line. I'm able to show you. Now the intersection of this and this is going to be my 0.2. Sir, and you try to draw this line, horizontal line. You measure this value is equals to H2. So you got the state 2, sir. Intersection of this one and this one. This isentropic line as well as what do you call, sir? This P2 pressure. Their intersection is called H2. And yes, sir. This is not only yes, sir. Okay. And S1 is equals to S2. This is the point you have to keep in mind. S1 is equals to S2. Now please tell me what is the H2 from this one. The same thing you can have here also. Yes, sir. This is the one. And now I'm going to draw this line. Okay, how this is right? Okay. Isentropic line I have to draw. Isentropic line I'm going to draw. You have to draw this one using scale and pencil, sir. Okay. Okay. Now we are able to see. Yes, sir. You continue until this one. Is S1 is equals to S2 is equal to, yes, sir. S1 is equals to S2 is equals to mostly 6.4 kilojoules per kg Kelvin. So this is the value of body. Okay. So now how to identify the state 2? Now what is the P2? That is equals to 0.4. So here you can observe, and now I'm able to see here it is 0.4. This is the one 0.4. Now let us highlight this 0.4. constant pressure line. Yeah. Yes. Now you got it. So this line is, yes sir, 0.4 bar. And this is the isentropic line. Their intersection, this point is going to be our 2. This is going to be our 2. Are you able to see that, sir? Yes, sir. This is the 0.4 bar line. And this is the isentropic line. This intersection, okay, this intersection is called as a 2. Come on. Are you able to get it, sir? And now at 2, you draw a horizontal line. Okay. This line I'm going to draw. Now you try to draw a line here. Mostly I will go with some green palette. Okay. You draw the horizontal line. Yes, sir. Nobody is giving any answer regarding the second value. What is the x2? Yes, you draw the horizontal line. So this I'm doing only approximately because the reason is I'm not using the scale. We have got another tool. Slightly is getting fluctuating. Yes, it is coming around 2790 or something else. 2190 around. Yes, sir. Someone 347 has given the value 2190. It is coming around. Yes, sir. Some people make it 2200, but this is the correct value. I don't know how many people are doing this. Now, this is equals to 2190. This is the value of body. So H2, yes, sir. 2190. So many kilojoules per kg. And one more thing, you have to find what is the X2. How to find the X2, sir? So through this point 2, what are the constant pressure lines that are passing? Okay, what are the constant pressure lines that are passing near to this one that you named as X2? And we'll go to this one once again. Yes, scan document. Okay, here. Now I will check how to identify this X2. Yes, sir. This is my point 2. This is my point 2. And through this exact point 2, nothing is passing, but nearby, this is the constant line. Okay, yes, sir. And this is the constant line passing. Yes, I am going to identify this using this line. This is the curve I can show. This is the nearest, are you able to see? The nearest constant dryness fraction line. Yes, sir. And what is this value? Let us check it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now this is 0.80 and this is going to be 0.81. So you will get this as a, okay, once again, if you didn't get this one, 0.81. This is the nearest one, so it's not exactly. You can observe the same thing. So that's why whatever the values are going to get with this Molar charter approximation only. Yes, sir. Yes. The 2 is not on this line, but still we are going to take the nearest passing. Okay, sir. This is equal to 0.81. That is the point you have to keep in mind. X1 is 0.81. Yes, sir. 347 is given the same value. Okay. How about remaining people, sir? So it is not so easy to show on your drawing. Okay. You people have to work on your own molar chart. And you try to identify all these points with a pencil, eraser, and scale. Once the work is over, you have to remove all these lines. So now we got it. It is a point x is equal to 0.81. Okay, to have some idea the beginning. Now the process is over and simply, and what is the HF2? HF2, you have to get it from steam table, sir. And what is the P2, sir? P2 is 0.4 bar. And now we'll go with our steam tables. And yes, sir. Now we'll go with this is 0.15 only. Then go for next place. And that is equals to, yes, 0.4. You missed it. Previous one. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, already is there. This is the 0.4 bar. And what is the corresponding HF value? And try to see this. I'm going to draw this line. Okay, so this is the HF value. What is the value, sir? 317, yes, 0.4 bar. And what is the corresponding HF value? This is the value you get 317.7. 317. Okay, 7. 317.7. This is the value you get. And try to highlight it. Sorry. 317.7. You try to identify it and record the same value here. Yes, sir. 317.7. Yes, then you don't substitute the values here. What is the formula once again? Eta Rankine. Eta Rankine is equal to H1 minus H2 divided by H1 minus HF2 into 100. And this will be equal to, yes, sir. What is the H1 value, sir? From the above, 2790. So I will substitute this value. 2, okay, just a minute. Too much. Okay. So 2790. 2790 minus, yes sir, 2190. 2190 divided by H1. 2790 minus HF2. 317.7 into 100. Of course, we have to keep bracket here and this one. Then what is the value, sir? Yes, sir. 24.2. 306, 309, they are giving 326, 361. Very good. 347. Okay. Okay. Some good response I'm getting. Yes, sir. 24.26. So this is the value of got using what do you call Molechat method. And what is the second method? Okay, so before that, what is the Carnot cycle efficiency? Sir, Carnot cycle efficiency, it came around 6, okay, yes, sir. It is 25.97 or around, what do you call, sir, 26, that you are aware. But Rankine cycle efficiency, definitely, it will be less than the Carnot cycle efficiency. So sometimes due to clerical mistakes, we may get Rankine efficiency more than Carnot cycle efficiency. Immediately, how to check it, and that is the point you have to keep in mind. So if you know what is the highest value, then automatically you have the check. And now let us follow the second method. Yes. Case 2. We follow the second method. That is a case 2. That is steam tables method. Steam tables method. For this, once again, what is the H1? H1 is equals to HF1 plus HFG1 or is equals to HG1. Okay, because at state 1, it is a dry steam. Okay, sir, then H1 is equals to, what is HF1, HFG1 from your steam tables against 15 bar. So we'll go with 15 bar. Yes, sir. We'll go next. Sorry. Yeah, this is the 15 bar. And what is this value? Yes, sir. That is 844.6 plus 1945. Nice. Some of the people they are prompting. In the beginning only, I will go through this. 846, 844.6 plus HFG1. Sir, HFG1, 326. That value. Otherwise, I have to go back. Yes, sir. 1947.3. This is the value. 1947.3 and is equals to, sir, automatically H1 is also equal to the same one. And what is the sum, sir? Here also you can have, of course, Reddit is available 2789.9. Yes, sir. 2789.9. Yes, the same thing I'm going to write on 2789.9. This is the H1 value. Of course, you have got 2790. The value you have got from your mole, what you call mole diagram. So many kilo joule per kg Kelvin. And then we'll go with what you call next H2. H2 is equals to, yes, sir, HF2 plus X2 HFG2. So how can you able to know H2? Yes, sir, in the molar diagram you have seen. Yes, sir. Where is the state 2? Yes, sir. Here you can see this. This is the molar HS diagram or whatever it is. Or the moment you have drawn this TS diagram at the beginning of the problem. Yes, sir. At the beginning of the problem. Yes, sir. This is the beginning of the problem. You have drawn the TS diagram. Yes, sir. This is the state 2. State 2 is in wet stream region. Okay. So automatically, if it is a wet stream, the corresponding formula, yes, sir, definitely it is going to be equal to, yes, sir. So the corresponding formula is equal to HF2 plus X2 HFG2. X2 plus X2, and you are not aware of X2. There is the point. Okay, at least what is the H2? Now once again we'll get towards the H2. H2 is equal to HF2. HF2 once again against what you call P2. What is P2, sir? 40.4 bar. Then this is going to be equal to against 0.4 bar. Okay. Yes, this is the 0.4 bar. And now you will have this is the values. Yes, sir. 317.7 HF2 and HFG2 is this much. Then you try to copy 2319.2. 317.7 plus X2 into, yes, sir. What is the value, sir? You please record it. I have to copy from you, sir. Otherwise, I will go to this. 2319.2. 2319.2. But as I don't know what is this X2, I cannot calculate H2. This is the problem, sir. Okay. In the molar chart, because the process 1 to 2 is isentropic, the process 1 to 2 is a isentropic process. Sorry. The process 1 to 2 is a isentropic process. I have drawn this isentropic line perpendicular to this one, and intersection of this and this are made as 2, and thereby I'm able to get what is X2, that is equals to 0.4. But here, yes, sir, in the molar chart method, that is the simplest way of finding the state 2. But here I'm not in a position to identify that, and I am aware that the process involves process 1 to 2 is that isentropic process, which is equal to S1 is equals to S2. Using this logic, I have to get the X2. Okay? Yes, sir. So to get the X2, use the logic of X1, S1 is equals to S2. S1 is equals to S2. This is the logic you have to use it. So once again, I'm going to have, sorry. You add one more space. Okay. And now let us use what is the S1. At a state 1, S1 is equal to, yes, S1 is equal to, at a state 1, S1 is equal to, yes, what is S1, sir? Yes, F1, X1, SFG1, but no need to write on this one, okay, because it is a dry saturated stream. The formula is SFG1 is also equals to SG1 against 15 bar. So what is the value here? S1 is equal to, yes, from your, okay, in the same manner, S2 is equals to SF2 plus X2 SFG2. But it's not equal to SG2 because of wet stream. Okay, sir. And now let us see what is the SF1 value from your Molic chart. So we are here at yes, P2 pressures. This is the P2. That's why let us record the corresponding S1 and SFG. So they are the corresponding values. 1.026 is the SF2 and this is SFG2. I'm going to have the same thing. Yes, sir. This is equal to 1.06 plus X2 is unknown into how much it is, sir? Yes, sir. 6.645. Nice. 6.645. And now I'll get back to, yes, sir. This is S2. Okay. Now I'll go with the S1. Then in case of S1, what is the pressure P1, sir? It is going to be 15. Okay. Yeah, this is. What is this? Yes, sir. This is the 15 bar. And they are the values 2.314. Okay, sir. Someone you please 2.31, 4.127. Nice, sir. 326. Okay, very good. And now I'll go with, and that is equal to 2.317. 2.317. 314, sorry. Three one four plus SFG1. What is that value? 4.127. 4.127. Put together, the value is, what is the sum of this? Okay, 372. Very good. You can make it in public, sir. There's no problem. So whenever you do some problems, definitely the possibility of mistakes and is not at all a big problem. All of you, please note down. Even whenever you're having a session throughout 50 or 55 minutes or 1 hour, definitely there is a possibility of mistakes. And for that, there's no need to repent, sir. It is a part of process. Don't try to identify faults during the class. It is a part of, and we can do all the mistakes in the classroom only. And then thereby you can eliminate the same mistake in the examination. Let us do all the mistakes here. Yes. And the timing is going to, okay, is already, what is the time, sir? 5.954. Someone is trying to log in. So let us stop this for today. 6.6441 kilo joule per kg Kelvin, sir, because this is S1 and this is S2. Okay. And yes, sir, we'll stop this for today and we'll okay, continue this one. And my request to all the people is you try to have these Molia chart and steam tables hard copies. Otherwise, we cannot proceed further. Okay. And I cannot keep on moving on to this different diagrams. You have to tell the value and I will proceed. Then we can save a lot of time. Okay. This is my appeal to all. And okay. Let us end this class for today. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Are anybody supporting faculty is there?
సార్ ఇందాక
Yes, sir.
సార్ ఉన్నారు సార్ ఇందాక మరి ఇప్పుడు లేరు.
Yes, Srinivasa.
ఎస్ సార్ ఇందాక ఉన్నారు సార్ మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడు ఎగ్జిట్ అయిపోయినట్టున్నారు.
Okay. The screenshots of these participants. Okay. Okay. Thank you. And you please check it, sir. Okay. Once again, check with all your friends, sir. What are the difficulties they are facing in solving these problems? Okay. You personally contact a group of people, and if at all they are facing any problems, we'll try to sort out it. But without these charts, it's not easy to go to each and every time, each and every file and locating the values. It will take a lot of time. You people are supposed to locate the values and you have to give it through chart, and accordingly I have to continue the problem. That should be it. Okay. Please, you contact. I know because of this COVID, most of the people are not having these books, and try to have these hard copies, at least miniatures or whatever you call as, not A3 and A2 sizes. At least A4 size. They have to practice it, and you please interact with your friends, and you come with some sort of either maybe problems or solutions. Okay, thank you, Ajar.
Okay, sir.